All right, we just want to show you guys today our new gun from Gunworks. As if you've been following our YouTube channel, some of our first YouTube videos were with Gunworks guns, and we got the opportunity. We've been friends with them since they started, and we got the opportunity and got invited to go do one of their shooting schools at the same time that we did our Salt Lake show this winter. So we went down, did the show, and we went to the school, and you know, we've just been self-taught in long range, so we learned a lot. You know, we knew how to shoot the guns, and by trial and error over the years learned the conditions of the wind, but to know why the bullets do this in this scenario and all the specifics of it was a lot of fun. Anyway, let's get right to it. I went online, I filled out the gun that I wanted and the build that I wanted, and this is what showed up. Let's take a look at it. Pretty sweet case for traveling, for starters. This is a 300 PRC. The bolt. And I did get a chance to go zero this at the range, but I just wanted to show you what it looks like. Open it up. Now this case, they've got it all cut out for everything. It's nice to stay organized, especially on going on trips. There's a Revic rangefinder, boxes of bullets. I've got a couple different kinds of shooting bags. My bipod. Throw the silencer in there. So next thing I want to show you is the silencer, because we've been shooting the silencer for the past year, and we specifically got it for wolves because when you get in a pack of wolves, we found that with a silencer you could get multiple shots off. With a big caliber, big muzzle brake, you shoot once and the pack scatters. And so as you've seen, Tom was able to stack up 4 wolves in a row with a silencer last year. So we're switching all of our guns to silencers. And when I talked with Gunworks last year, and I bought this silencer last year, this is what the Gunworks silencer looks like. I chose to go with a 6-inch. I've tried the 6 and the 8. The 8 does, you know, a little bit more suppression, but it's bigger and it's heavier. I personally just like going with the 6 when I'm packing my hunting rifle around. They've figured out, they always have a way to think outside the box, and they figured out ways to make different adapter sizes. So like I have this adapter on all of my ARs and smaller guns, and this adapter is the one that fits this. I don't know all the specifics of how many threads per inch. So anyway, this is how it comes with the muzzle brake. Sometimes if it's too tight, you can just stick a little screwdriver through there and pop it. But I've already had this one off. I'm going to put on the adapter for the silencer. So in the end of this hex right here, you can see they have it so where it fits an Allen wrench, which is really nice, because sometimes on the other brands of silencers that I've used, if it's just round, you don't have a good way of taking that off. It also has a spot where you can put an end wrench on it. I'm going to snug that up, then the silencer just threads onto that. And what's awesome about that is if I'm going coyote hunting or something like that, I can just pop this silencer off and screw it right onto my other gun. I just keep those adapters on all of my guns, and it'll shoot, you know, 30 caliber or under. You wouldn't want to shoot it in like a 22 just because it'll get so dirty, but like a 22 long rifle. But any kind of center fire, you can use that, anything that's under a 30 caliber. They also have reducers. If I were to stick this in there, and if I was just going to run this on an AR, a 223, they do make reducers to where just the end is for a 223. I found that it doesn't make that big of a difference, so for me, I just leave the 30 caliber adapter in there. Okay, so there's that. I'm gonna put my bipod on it. I really like how that's integrated in with the stock. Another great feature, and you know, they're building everything in-house now. When we got a chance to go do the tour there, all of us were impressed, just because, you know, they're not waiting on anybody. They're able to manufacture their barrels, wrap them in carbon fiber, manufacture their actions. They've got their forms for building their stocks, you know, really nice feeling and nice fitting stocks, and they're just making everything but the trigger in-house. This was something I'm trying. I guess I'll let you know in a year or so what I think of it, but it is very comfortable. Like, it's an adjustable butt stock here, and what's interesting is if you put it at an angle like that and tighten it, it just is very natural feeling, because it goes in the curvature of my shoulder.
Oh, that's sweet.
Instead of straight up and down. Obviously, whatever you sight it in for, you got to stay consistent with it. The other benefit that I see with it is when you're shooting uphill, a lot of times you're struggling to get that pad in your shoulder when you're laying down prone shooting uphill. So where that has the ability to move up like that, you can get that on your shoulder and still shoot almost straight up. Gonna sacrifice a little bit of weight for having this, but it was something new and I wanted to try it. So anyway, I took this to the range already. It was a little bit off at my 100-yard zero because of my silencer. So it took me 7 shots, and I got 3 just clover leaf, just what you want at 100 yards. They already custom laser engraved the turret so that it has 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, or basically a little over 900 right there if you're just using a regular rangefinder. And they build that for this gun and the Gunworks load. So there's all the specifics: 2,681 feet per second at 4,000 feet and 40 degrees. That's what I chose as kind of an average where I hunt. But I'm used to going off of the minutes of angle, and so most likely that's the way I'm going to set my gun up. That's a nice close reference. So if you have your batteries die and you have a buddy that has a rangefinder and you have an elk that you're after or whatever, and he says, hey, it's at 550, you can just reference 550 and you can shoot. And that's going to be very, very close until you get out there at very far distance. So I haven't shot this gun at all past 100 yards, but I have it 0 to 100. We've got a target out here at, I think, around 980. That's the furthest I can get here. Let's try a couple shots and see what happens. All right, now for the Revic rangefinder. Bear with me because I haven't opened this yet. There's been no practice runs done here. We were able to test out, they got a run of 30 to test last year, and we were able to test these things out. So I'm already a little bit familiar with them. But small, rugged, got a dust cover, which is really nice. Okay, we're gonna see how out of the box this gun is, because I haven't done anything other than make sure it was zeroed for my silencer at 100 yards. And we set a target up and came back here to, let's see how far we are. 902 yards, 24.3 MOA. .25. And I'm just going to double check that. It says just over 900, so I know that I'm on. That is kind of nice to have that reference to make sure I'm on the right profile, because if I had a different profile in here, you know, it's nice to see that I'm at 902 yards as well.
That's sweet.
I am going to take one out of the chamber and do a practice trigger pull since I haven't shot this gun very many times. Crank up my power. This is a 3.6 to 18 power Mark V HD Leopold scope. And adjust my oh, nice. Feels good.
Ooh. Like butter?
Crisp. That's how I like them.
Hip steel.
So forward in time, that 300 PRC filled a lot of freezer space this year.